We're in Nottingham Rock City basement talking to Skarlett Riot. New album, hell of a good album as far as I'm concerned, but what sort of a reaction have you had from everywhere else?
Brilliant, to be honest. It's our first proper album that we've released, so and we spent quite a lot of time writing it, kind of. But it was written in a short period of time, but I think it's the best stuff that we've written so far, and we've had great reviews from the likes of Kerrang and the bigger magazines, Big Cheese, Rock Sound, and the fans have just been really supportive in general, and we've picked up a lot of new people from it as well.
That's pretty much it.
That's pretty much it.
That seems to be pretty much that. You've also done quite a few videos. The latest one happens to be my personal favourite song on the album, Rock and Roll Queen. How's that gone down, and have you got any plans to do any more next year off of that album?
We're still thinking about whether we're going to release anything else off the album or not next year, but we'll maybe release another song. We haven't thought about which one yet. Rock and Roll Queen's gone down really well.
It's probably the best one yet, I'd say.
Yeah. Classic Rock magazine have picked it up, and they exclusively released it online in October, and Kerrang Radio are going to be giving it a plug on Monday from that week on. So yeah, I think it's gone down really well. It's definitely the most different song of the album as well. I think, like, genre-wise, it's more rocky blues.
It's more like classic kind of rock thing, really. Like, we have essences from like loads of different genres of music, but that one, when I remember writing it, we wanted something more classic rock, where we had a bit more of a groove to it, and like that whole headbang thing, and you just nodding your head when you're listening to it, and like we found something that fits in the pocket, and we went with it, and it's just shot off from that, and it's like one of my favourite tracks on the actual album. And it's just because it's totally different from everything else, but still very similar in its sort of essence of Skarlett Riot way.
It's compared to Nickelback sometimes, which I don't mind because I like Nickelback. There's a lot of people who don't, but I love them. And it's one of my favourites to play live. It's really fun, and you can just get into it, and it's got a groove, and you can kind of dance and bop to it.
So what do you make of the whole Chad Kroeger, Avril Lavigne thing then?
Do you know
Avril Lavigne's new album's fantastic, but she didn't write it, I suppose. So, I'm not going to say any more on that. That's go.
You're thinking female-fronted Nickelback, are we?
No, I'm just thinking Lucky Chad. Just proper bro points there, like high five to you, buddy.
The mood of the conversation is already.
I like the song they did together, actually, though. I thought that was alright. I like listened to it over and over. I was like, quite like it, actually.
It's good. But it's the first one that's been good from Avril Lavigne in about 10 years.
No, I like her new. I don't mind her new song. That one, the one with a really, really weird video.
Singing Radiohead. That one. I like Avril Lavigne.
Yeah,
it's like my childhood.
Skater Boy is a personal favourite. Yeah. We won't go too much into that. Skater Boys are your personal favourite.
This is, I believe, your first personal headline tour.
Yes.
Big move for you then. Have you, I mean, you've obviously got quite a few places. Where exactly are you playing, and how long does the tour last for?
I'd ask RTM there. He's got it down.
The tour is, I believe is it 9 dates now? Yeah, it's 9 days. It's a 9-date tour. I remember that. It's the first one where we've really gone everywhere. Like, obviously we did the Heaven's Basement support tour a bit earlier in the year, and we're kind of going back to a few of them places. Unfortunately, Cardiff we couldn't do. There was venue problems, and that one had to be cancelled. But we're going back to, for example, Glasgow. Newcastle, London, Liverpool, a lot of places that we hadn't played a lot before that are now on the kind of list of places to play, and it's just worked out quite nicely. It's all kind of followed on from that, and the crowds have built in them areas, so we thought we'd come back and show them the rest of the album that they couldn't see on the tour, really.
Obviously you're touring very back end of 2013. What are your plans for 2014? More touring, writing, festivals?
We're leaving it open at the minute. We've started writing already, new material, because we're forever writing and wanting to get new things out there, so we might release a little bit of that next year if we're feeling generous. Not going to give too much away, you got to keep guessing. We're going to be hopefully doing some more festivals and getting more support tours to keep building that profile and get our name out there and get more and more people talking about us and going, hey, that's Skarlett Riot, they're good, I like them.
Speaking of support slots, I believe you supported The Darkness not that long ago.
Yeah, that was in June, that was really good. That was in Scarborough, at like some kind of music hall, wasn't it?
Yeah, I can't remember what's going on.
It was just a surreal thing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was just like a really weird place to play. Like, you pulled up and there was the sea one side and the venue another, and then obviously playing the entire show. Because when they came out, I was about 10. So to see them on the TV, I was like, oh, that's amazing. And then one day, you get a call and you're like, oh, you're playing with these on this day. I was like, it still really hasn't sank in that it's happened. So it was just an amazing experience throughout the entire thing, really. And they're such nice guys as well.
I think you guys, Dan and Luke, you guys went to see them at Arena Tour, didn't you, once? Oh, was it just...
Twice.
Yeah. They come down on a pair of boobies.
Yeah, that was interesting, yeah.
I was what did happen this time? But I remember when we got told that, I rang my dad, like, Dad, I'm playing with The Darkness. It's like something to be proud of. You actually know a band that I'm playing with now.
Yeah. That was the same with my mum. She doesn't know any of the bands that I play with. She likes Fleetwood Mac and Blondie, and she sticks with that kind of thing. But when I mentioned The Darkness, she was like, oh yeah, they did that I Believe in a Thing Called Love Song. That's the one.
You also did Download Festival in 2012, I believe,
Yeah.
and Reading Leeds this year, so that was a really big thing. Lots and lots of people saw you, which was also a very good thing. What were your thoughts on that?
I think the word epic comes to my mind. Literally, in the UK, there's not many massive festivals than there is overseas, and two, I'll tell you, three are the biggest ones you can play in the UK, Download, Reading and Leeds. So it's kind of an honour playing it, but then it's one of them big bucket list ticks off and that, and it's just, I feel honoured to play it, really. Especially we looked out very much at Leeds and Reading because it actually went on iPlayer, our set. We're the first band to get filmed for Reading, so you'll be able to watch that online as well. It's on YouTube as well, so you actually see our live performance from there as well. It's really cool as well.
Yeah, it's definitely an experience which you take with you all the time and you don't forget. Download was amazing. I think that was the first time we met you as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was brilliant. Then as well, we were a lot smaller than we were this year, so to get that, it was just massive for us. And I remember ringing everyone round, and Luke rang me and woke me up, and he's like, we're on Download. I was like, no we're not. I'm off back to bed. No we're not. People are just messing around with you. And then I found that we were on the poster, and yeah, it's just an amazing experience which we would like it to happen again, hopefully next year.
Fingers crossed. Obviously, social media plays a really big part in Skarlett Riot's life. The question is, has Skarlett actually learnt to turn her Facebook off when Danny's about?
No. It's pretty much constantly on. I've got a Mac at home and it stays on all the time. The lid just gets closed, it sleeps, but Facebook's always on, and I'm always talking to people, and there's some interesting folks online, I can say that. Got no comments?
No comments.
I think one that got a lot of comments was the one that involved a wine bottle.
Oh, the Frapes.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
That was a really good one.
Yeah.
The thing is, the true ones happen. Yeah, they're a lot better on Facebook.
It's that artistic needness is like that. What can I say? What's over the top but seems kind of real.
They get the most likes. Them kind of Facebook
the true ones
things.
get the most likes.
Yeah.
We all know what happens. Stays
Behind
on top.
closed doors. Yeah.
Right, next question usually ends up with a big stunned silent gap. Each one of you has got a millisecond to pick out one album that they would take on tour with them to play on the tour bus.
Paramanian. Def Leppard. Anytime.
Good one.
Hacktivist actually.
Just reviewed that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I listened to it on the van actually, so I was listening to that, it was quite sick actually.
They got a reissue out too.
Asking Alexandria's new album, is that called Death of Me? Or what's it called?
To Death and Destiny.
To Death of Destiny.
Yeah, that's
I didn't know the name of it, but I actually really like that. I never used to like their old stuff, it wasn't my kind of thing, but no, I think that's brilliant, really good.
Danny Warstock is so small.
Yeah.
When we played London on the Heaven's Basement tour, I walked into him twice. Literally, not walked into him like, alright mate, how you doing? Walked in and nearly knocked him over, and I was like, man, you're tiny. didn't say much. But my answer to the question would be John Mayer, Paradise Valley. Hate all you want, it's a good album.
Yay!
It's such a good album.
Would you like a tampon with that? Would you like a tampon with that album?
Or it would be more masculine, the new Bless the Fall album. I don't know if you've heard. Is it Hollow Bodies?
Yes.
That's a fantastic album as well. It's just
Surprised
really
you
good.
ain't got Katy Perry Prism yet. That's new. That's out.
I'm not gonna lie, probably will get that on my phone on Deezer. I'm not gonna lie. High five.
One final thing before we go. Have you got any messages for all those big Skarlett Riot fans out there?
I always do this one, spice it up. Go on, someone else
No,
give
just,
them a message.
Yeah, spice it up a bit.
No, just keep coming out to gigs in general. I mean, not just ours, but come support everyone.
Bad music.
Keep the music going. Yeah, that's it.
Buy music, don't download it.
Yeah, buy music, don't download it, and keep us out on tour. And we'll come and put 100% in for you. That's it.
Come see us next year.
Come see us next year. Yeah.
And a massive thank you to all of you.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
Goodbye to everybody now.
Yeah.
Hi there.
Goodbye.
Bye.
See you soon.